Hello everybody and welcome to Romancefull's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now this is a reading that is for the 4th of September. It's going to go all the way till the 11th of September. This is a weekly reading. So this is a weekly reading for the sign of Scorpio. That being said, it is a general reading. But, do take whatever resonates with you, whatever you're feeling comfortable with, and the rest of it, just let it be. If you're not feeling comfortable with it, then it surely is not meant for you. That being said, if ever you would like to have a personal reading, you're in search of guidance, of answers, you would like something to know about your personal relationship, please do contact me at romancefulltarot@gmail.com. You can find all the contact information right below the video here into the YouTube Dropbox. Also, on a different note, if you do enjoy the channel and you do enjoy my messages and my videos, and you have not yet subscribed, please do click the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it would be greatly appreciated. So with no further ado, let's begin this reading for you, and that rhymes. So here we go. I'm using this week for my weeklies, I am using fortune cards. So let's see what kind of information we can get for you, my dear friend Scorpios. So I have here the Air card. I also have the Queen in reverse. I have Medusa. I have the Chimera. I also have the Hourglass, and I have the Winds of Change. Okay, so let's take a quick pick. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to begin with the very first card. I do see, like, very quickly just here before I get into each card here, I'm just going to tell you that I do feel that there are a little bit of changes. Nothing you to, you're going to have somewhat of a peaceful week, but a couple little changes ahead, okay? Especially I do have to be careful here for some jealousy here. So let's begin with the Air card. So this is your very first one. This is seek a union of mind and of spirit. So let's just move my obsidian over here like that. You can see it better. So this is about you. I feel like you're prone to daydreaming. I feel like there's a lot of forgetfulness. There's a little bit of dreaminess. There's a lot of indecisions, okay? I feel like there's some imagination. You have a lot of imagination. I feel as though once in a while, there's quite a bit of illusions here, and that you do have to be very careful for, because that is very dangerous. So, don't think too much about the illusions. Don't think too much about the worst. You have a tendency, I feel, to think about the worst of things, of people, and of situations, and that could get you in a lot of trouble. Not just like that physically with other people, but just emotionally. It could get you into a lot of trouble because you're making up a bunch of information that might not be concrete or might not be real. It's all into the abstract world. So be very, very careful with the illusions. That being said, I feel as though, it would be good for you to seek guidance of the spiritual, the ethereal realms, to try and get some more information on different things that you might be wondering. I feel like you're wondering, you have a lot of questions. So this is really about worrying. Like, I feel like you worry a lot. So just be careful, okay? So I'm going to finish with this card here. Be careful with your imagination. Don't let it run away. Don't let it go too far. Be careful with your illusions. Very important. The Queen here is all about love and prosperity. But our beautiful Queen is in a reverse position. So this is telling me that in your relationship here this week, there is going to be troubles in love. There's going to be a lack, maybe of love, a little bit of a cold shoulder. There's a little bit of a loss of confidence here. There's a little bit of loss of confidence. I believe it's coming from some jealousy here and missing lack of time, maybe. We're going to move on to the other cards, but I feel as though you're missing maybe a journey, a certain path here, and it's creating you a little bit of problems. The Medusa card here, we all know Medusa. She's very jealous. This is jealousy leads to downfall, okay? This is never, ever good. So this is really about envy. It's about jealousy. It's about anger. It's about flaring tempers. So I said you're going to be having some arguments here. I said there's loss of confidence. There's troubles. This is what is going on. And you already have an overactive imagination here with the illusions and everything. So be very, very careful with that, okay? Do not act out of a jealous rage. It is nothing good, okay? This is a little bit, I feel like you're a little bit possessive into your relationship. And I do have to say that whenever you do have a fight, I feel like you really do shut them out. So be very careful with that, okay? Be very careful with shutting people out. You never know if they're going to come back. So this is really about being careful when you do have some arguments. You tend to be very fiery. It tends to, come out quite strongly. So be very careful about what you're going to say, what you're going to do, so you do not hurt, verbally somebody, because words hurt terribly. They just don't go away. So be very careful about that, and be very careful about your possessiveness also. So it's not so much about jealousy here, it's really more about possessiveness. Be careful of not trying to possess the other person. They are not a possession. I know that, some people do think so, or do you think that, they are yours, but they are not, and nobody belongs to us. So we really do have to be careful, because for some people it doesn't change absolutely nothing. They see it as a mark of affection, but for other people you might just drive your partner away if you do that. So be very careful. Imagination. This is the key word this week. Imagination. You have imagination that is clouding your judgment here. You need to be very careful. There is going to be a mixture of clash of ideas. I told you there's going to be fights. That's where it's coming from. This is about a wild fantasy, or just an imaginative, but is prone to daydreaming and flights and fancy. You're not seeing clearly. You're just not seeing clearly. Your pursuits are really a little bit unrealistic this week, what you're going for. So you need to be careful. Don't make any bad decisions, okay? So this card, what I'm really trying to tell you is this week, don't make any bad decisions. Actually, don't make any really big decisions, okay? Like that, you're going to be sure not to make any bad decisions, because this week your imagination is just going wild. It's clouding your judgment. It's just not a good moment to make any good decisions. And nonetheless, you are feeling like you are just moving time. You're feeling like you're lacking time over and over again. And so you're on top of it. You want to rush things, but you're kind of hesitating things at the same time. And this is overall in all in your whole, world here. But I mean, in your relationship, you want things to move. You want things to move forward. But you are imagining a few things. So the imagination does create a little bit of jealousy once in a while. It does create a little bit of possessiveness. It does create us some negative illusions. It creates us some positive illusions also. But you have to be very careful, because you've got some clouded judgment. You've got some arguments over here. You've got time that is just running out. So you're being afraid that, time is running out, and you might not be able to get your goals. You might not be able to get to whatever it is that you want, because the sand is just kind of slipping away. And it reminds you that time is very precious. Time is of the essence. So you must not hesitate. You must take the initiative to act before it's too late. But then on the other hand, you have the card that is telling you, hey, don't make any bad decisions. So yes, you can act, but don't make any big decisions, okay? Very important. You can act, and you can begin onto your path, onto your journey, onto what it is that you want. If you have a bulletproof of what it is, how do you call it? If you have a bullet point, that's what it is. A type of a little letter, a little message that you give yourself of goals that you want. Follow that. It's time to begin it. It's time to look to get some clarity of where you're going into your relationship, because I feel like your relationship right now is a little bit stagnant. I feel as though you're wondering what is happening, where you're going, and because of all of this, you have some concerns that are popping up, and you're wondering, is this relationship going to be the good one? Are we going to go somewhere good or not? And then, as I said, you have the jealousy that comes in, the possessiveness. Your imagination is going wild. You're having some conflicts. You're worried about the time that is just flying by. And you know what? There is going to be some changes. There's going to be a wind of change. A change is coming in your life. It could be good. It could be bad. Maybe we'll know next week in the next weekly. But there's going to be a change. You're going to hit a crossroad, okay? I'm telling you, you're going to be hitting a crossroad. This is your destiny. Circumstances or situations have just been altered into your life right now, and you are at a crossroad. So you must decide whether you're going to change your current direction or if you're going to stay on course. So what are you going to do with this relationship? Are you staying or are you leaving? What are you going to do? You must be prepared to adapt. You must be prepared to make a decision, okay? So this is your weekly reading for this week. So it's really all about your relationship. It's about really assessing it, making sure what it is you want, what it is that you don't want. Is this the right relationship? Are you good with this? Where are you going? Are both people in it on the exact same page, going to the exact same journey? Because as I said, there is fighting, there's jealousy, there's a lot of imagination, there's a lot of making up all different kind of stories. Your judgment is clouded, and you are at a crossroads. You must make a decision into your journey in your relationship here. So this is your weekly reading, my dear friend Scorpio. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I do hope that that you are going to navigate well throughout the week. If you do have any additional questions, you can always contact me at romancefulltarot@gmail.com. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Stand by for any further readings. I do 1 or 2 a day. And many blessings to you. Thank you again for being there, for your support, and I'll see you soon. Thank you again.